We started, we, I think back and I don't know what made me think that I could do it. But at the time when we started, we had one van that belonged to retired senior volunteer program. We had one van that belonged to the community action program, and then we leased a used van from the Department of Transportation. We grew from that to, I think, when after about 25 years, I think we had 25 or 30 vehicles that we had on the road. But when I first started it, and I kept saying, oh, I really hate this. I really love it, but I hate it because it was so hard to do. Because as I said, when the county commissioner said, yeah, go ahead and do it, they said, but don't ask us for any help. So, it was always a matter of trying to figure out how you could get the finances. I think if it weren't for the staff that I had, if I had, people that were different and they weren't supportive, and if they didn't have the same goals as I had, perhaps it would be different. Perhaps I wouldn't enjoy coming to work. But I've got a wonderful board of directors. I've got wonderful people that work for me. I think that the agency has to get control of services to the elderly in this county. This agency has several commendations for being one of the most outstanding agencies for the elderly in the state of Florida. And it's wrong that the local agency does not have control of the programs. It's wrong that Walton County is still handling the programs. One thing I'm really proud about is we never had a waiting list. And they'd say, well, how many people do you have? I said, if somebody needs a meal, you don't put them on a waiting list. You find out, if you don't have the funds, you find out where you can get funds. So you learn to do a lot of begging in my job. But seriously, I think the reason that we have problems sometimes is only because people don't know. Funding is always difficult. At one time, we were getting about 30-some-odd thousand from the Board of County Commissioners to match the programs. We're not going to be able to keep up with the funds that we need for Meals on Wheels. And I think a lot of it, Tony, has to do with the fact that people don't know. What I really would like to do is to establish a flow of cash for the Meals on Wheels program. Because, we're like 6 weeks ahead, and that's not enough. I'd like to know that I don't have to worry that as the numbers that are in need. Now, that program, there are people on that program that can afford to pay. We only charge $5 for the meal, and the people that can afford it pay the full $5. There are some of them, maybe they can give you $1 toward the meal or $1.50 toward the meal. Some of them can give you nothing. So, this is where we're always scraping, and